So here is another OpenCV project. This is a project I've basically been working on for about a day and a half. One of my big problems with OpenCV is I don't really understand what the hell OpenCV is seeing. So OpenCV is an open source, basically free computer vision framework that allows you to basically ask a computer, is something within the image? So you have these what are called Cascade filters, and basically that Cascade filter is trained to look for certain objects, and then if it sees a certain object, then it'll register back and say it basically saw that object. I've been having my little vehicles run around, and basically they've been moving based off of the object that they've seen. So I have the Louis Rossman's logo, and I have my little vehicle trying to follow Louis Rossman's logo. The problem is like when you create these cascades, you're using hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of images, and then especially when you have a vehicle that's moving around, basically you have the concern of you're not really sure what image that little vehicle is seeing, and so you run into this whole problem of, is the Cascade filter trained the way it's supposed to? Is there a glitch on the machine? Essentially, the idea is, basically what the hell is the computer actually seeing? So I created this little app, and what this little app allows me to do is it allows me to select a Cascade filter. So these are all the built-in filters, right? So it allows me to do that. It allows me to upload picture files. So I can come here, I can upload any number of picture files, hit the upload thing, and then I can process the picture. Oops, let's do frontal face alt, and then we can process the pictures, and then we can take a look to see what the results are. So we see the Cascade being used is that Cascade frontal face alt. So we make sure that we're using the right Cascade that got used. And then we have our images. So basically, these are the faces. These are the faces that OpenCV saw in these images. And then if we come down here, we can see, okay, cow's not a face, apple's not a face, cat's not a face. Oh, but that's a person. That's a person. Cats, right? So basically, this gives me an idea of what the computer vision is seeing. We could change this. So we're using full frontal alt there. So let's see, go to frontal face default. We do process pictures, and based off of this different hard cascade, we get different results. So now that's a face, and that's a face, and that's a face, and that's a face. Hey look, that's now a face. But that's also a face, right? Again, come down here, and the apples aren't faces and the whole 9 yards. We can go here, and I can delete the uploaded pictures. So that deletes all the images that have been uploaded to this point in time. And then I can go back. I kind of look for specific things. So I don't know. Like I said, I can just go here and select a lot of things. Since I only have one hand, since I'm talking to you folks, I can upload those. Again, I can choose the filter. I don't know, full body, process the pictures. Are there any full bodies? Peanut. Peanut's a full body. So it detects a full body there for a full human body. It detects full body here. This is like a party image, and that's a cow. That's a cow. It detects that as a full body. But anyways, so this is trying to give me a better idea of what OpenCV is actually seeing, so that I can do one of two things. Again, this is important in the technology world. One of the things in the technology world is you have to understand when the hell to give up. Sometimes giving up is the entire battle. You got to give up. So what this allows me to do is it allows me to understand how OpenCV is seeing these images. Since I can then have a better idea how OpenCV is seeing these images, I can then go and try to basically do my code better. And then if I keep running into problems for too long, I may just realize either OpenCV isn't the product that I need, or I can go somewhere else. Let's see here. Let's just do choose files one last time, and then I'll show you the rest of the code. So I can go here. If we want to grab everything, go to list, do this. Hold on one second. Okay, so I'm gonna select them all. So this You can select all these different images. We can upload all those images, 34 images. We can do the face detection. So, I don't know, let's do frontal face alt tree. And then now if we hit process picture, hopefully this won't fail on me. I haven't done as many as 34 pictures yet with this particular thing. But anyways, it's going through and scanning, and there you go. So 34 images under frontal face alt tree, frontal face, look at me, frontal face, and these are not frontal faces. So there you go. That kind of gives you an idea of what's going on here. If we go and we take a look at the code, basically this is done with 4 scripts. So we have a simple upload script here. So this basically allows me to dynamically create this form here. So this form, what I've done is on my server, there is one folder that contains all of these HAR Cascades, Cascade filters. So these are all here. So basically what I'm doing is in this particular script, I will actually scan through that entire folder and then spit out the results. So this is automatically being created. I don't have to manually create that. So if I add more Cascade filters in the future, I can just dump them into that folder and then it'll auto-populate, as they say. Past that, you go down here, you have the multiple files. One of the interesting things with the multiple files is make sure when you give the file the name, you give it with this little thing for the array. That was a little quirk that I ran into. But anyways, when you go and you process this, so method post, we're going to go to OpenCV PHP upload process.php, which is this particular script. This is going to come through. It's going to get us the information for what filter we're using. It is going to dump the filter value into a data file, so Python can pick that up in a second. And then basically what we're going to do here is we're going to grab all of those image files, and then we are going to save them to an image folder. There's some functionality in here basically to determine whether something is actually an image. We don't want to save something that's not actually an image. So it's not actually an image. It won't actually be uploaded. So that's what's there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to come down here, and since we saved the filter type, and we've now saved all the files to the folder, we are then going to use something called a shell exec. And so what shell exec is, it allows you to run a shell command directly on the Linux server. So we're going to run Python 3 OpenCV PHP upload python.py. I know, my syntax is garbage. Anyways, we're going to be able to run that with the images, with the filter. It's going to be able to pick up that and process the images. Now down here, basically, if this works properly, we are going to move to this picture.php. It's going to auto move us to the picture.php file. If not, it's going to say there's a problem. Then we come here to the Python script, and so basically with this Python script, what it's going to do is it's going to scan all of these images. It's going to run these images through the HAR Cascade with OpenCV, and then it's going to dynamically create this down here. It's going to dynamically create the detected and the not detected. And so that's basically what this does. And then finally, we just have a little script here to delete the images. So basically, when I upload pictures now, it adds to the pictures that have been uploaded. So what I can do is I can delete uploaded pictures, and now they're deleted. Now I can go back and I can select, Now I can select, Oh, this is kind of hard. This is kind of hard when you only have one hand. There we go. We can select some more pictures now. Again, we can do, I don't know, frontal face. We can process the pictures. And there we go. Face, drag queen face, my face. That's not a face, that's not a face, and that's not a face. Again, I'm going to tell you, OpenCV is really cool. Might not be as accurate as I was hoping for. So anyways, I will probably put all this code up on GitHub. Oh, it's early in the day. It's only 4:14. I'll probably actually upload the code to GitHub right now so that it's there, and you can play around with it all you want. This is on so basically the server side is on a LAMP server, Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP. Basically, we're just using PHP. We have Python, so Python is on there. OpenCV is on there. I don't know. Might take a little bit to get it right. A little bit. If you know how to make OpenCV work and you know how to make a LAMP server work, you're fine. You don't know those things. That's why we have 8-hour classes. Anywho, with that, talk to y'all later.